The winner is Tina Tower from Begin Bright.
Put that down for my height. This is the most incredible realisation of a dream for me, especially considering the people that are in this category tonight and in all the state dinners leading up to it. It's just absolutely amazing to be here, and I'm so thankful. Last week I celebrated 10 years since I'd opened my doors as a business owner, and I remember at 20, just after we opened, looking up the business, the Telstra Business Awards, and reading about all the finalists there and thinking one day I'm going to have done enough to be that awesome. And I can't believe that that's where we are. So what we do at Begin Bright is I run a school readiness and primary tutoring franchise. So when I opened at 20, it was just a tutoring centre, and we had so many children that would come in each week that were in mid-primary, that were having a lot of troubles at school with reading or whatever it was, and they had a lot of confidence issues. So they'd sit there and say, you know, I'm dumb, I can't do it, and little things like that, you know, a lot of people say children are resilient and they bounce back, but those attitudes stick with you forever. So the idea that I had was that I could start school readiness classes for children in the year before they start school, and then they'd start school all happy, smart and confident, so they'd never have those problems again. And so 10 years later, and it's working really well. One of the main reasons, thank you. One of the main reasons that I went into franchising was so that the business could be scaled to reach thousands of children that I was unable to physically reach on my own. And in the last 3 years, we've opened 18 Begin Bright centres, and I want to really thank sincerely the owners of those centres and the 100 teachers that we have working in Begin Bright centres, because the care and love that they put into their centres and teaching, and the belief in my vision that they had to buy into it really makes it what it is today. The last 10 years have certainly been a journey of ups and downs. I know that everyone that is in business, you know, a lot of the time we have more downs than we do ups. But it's when we are in our darkest days and making our biggest sacrifices that those lessons tend to come, so that we can then pick that back up again and know what to do on the next rise. It really taught me very much how clear my vision was and how badly I wanted it when we started franchising and we had a lot of issues there. So one thing that I really do want to say is I'm 30 years old, so I haven't had a lot of the issues that a lot of women in business have. I'm very grateful to live in a time where, as a woman, we have more options open to us than any other time in history. And there's an abundant opportunity all around that for us as women, if we're willing to work hard enough, we can absolutely achieve anything that we set our minds to. It doesn't matter how old you are, where you're from, or whether you're a man or a woman, you can get it. And I deeply thank the women and the men from the generations that have come before us that have made this exciting life that I enjoy absolutely possible. Thank you. I can't see him in this crowd, but I really want to thank my husband, Matt, up the back there. I was 18 when I met my love of my life, and he's, you know, you change so much in your 20s, and I'm sure when we met and I was 18, he had no idea the entertaining life he was in for. But, you know, he's stuck by me through the struggles that we had when we started franchising. I decided not to take on outside investment, so that decision was to call him and say we had to move out of our 4-bedroom house and into a 2-bedroom granny flat and live on $200 a week with our 2 small children, so that I could pump all of that money back into the business and build it into what it is today. And there's not many husbands that would say, no worries. So, thank you. We have 2 beautiful sons together, so I want to thank them for they've only ever known their mummy as a business owner, and they still know that I love them despite not being with them 24 hours a day, and they know that boys can be stay-at-home dads and that girls can do whatever they want and it doesn't matter, which is great. There are so many individual people that I wish I had time to thank. I really hope that if they see this video playback that they know who they are and know that nothing can be done on your own. It takes a lot of people on the road to give you that leg up, and I've had hundreds of people give me that leg up, and I thank you so much. I love reading sports psychology, and I've always listened to a lot of audiobooks and read a lot about business, and I've always envied that athletes get to compete and train, and in the end they're ranked, and they either win or they lose, and they're ranked in that order. But as business owners, we set out our vision and we set out our goals, and then we go for them, and then we get there, but instead of reaching the finish line, we kind of just lift the bar again, so you're never actually at the end. And the road is not an easy one in business. We get a lot of criticism, we have a lot of pressure and a lot of responsibility there, but we thrive on the achievement and we thrive on the growth, and I really want to thank the Telstra Awards for especially giving me this moment where I can stop and pause and reflect on that little line that I've reached and finally achieved. When I started, as I said, I read so many of the Telstra stories and was so inspired and egged on by that. So I really want to say, if anyone's just starting out and was where I was 10 years ago, all I can say is absolutely go for it. Trust your heart. It always seems to know what you should do. Know what your limitations are and then go about and defy them. Be bold, be brilliant, and always let your light shine. Thank you.